Now I am going to start a discussion on the chapter earthquakes. That earthquakes মানে বাংলায় আমরা earthquake কি বলি ভূমিকম্প। তো earthquake বা ভূমিকম্প, কম্প মানে কাঁপা, ভূমি মানে land. So earthquake, quake similarly quake means to shake and earth তো জানিস পৃথিবী। তো যখন কোনো ন্যাচারাল বা ম্যানমেড কজে, বিকজ অফ এনি ন্যাচারাল অর ম্যানমেড কজ পৃথিবীটা কেঁপে ওঠে, the surface on which we stand begins to tremble or shake, it is called an earthquake. So earthquake can be defined as what? A shock or series of shock. একটা shock পরপর অনেকগুলো shock due to sudden movement of the crust. এই শকগুলো কেন হয়? পৃথিবীর যে ক্রাস্টটা সেটার মধ্যে যদি সাডেনলি কোনো মুভমেন্ট হয় তার ফলে যে কোয়েক বা শক জেনারেট হয়, দ্যাট ইজ কল্ড আর্থকোয়েক। সি, এই যে শকগুলো, দিস ইজ কল্ড দ্য আর্থকোয়েক ওয়েভস আর কল্ড সিসমিক ওয়েভস। এবং যে জায়গাটা থেকে পৃথিবীর ভেতরে ইনসাইড দি আর্থ যে জায়গাটা থেকে এই শকটা বা সিসমিক ওয়েভসগুলো অরিজিনেট করে, দ্যাট প্লেস ইজ কল্ড দ্য ফোকাস or center of an earthquake. You can look at the picture on page number 68, and in diagram in figure number 8.1, I guess in 8.1 you find that inside the crust there is a white spot. So this is the place where the earthquake is originating, and the place on the surface of the earth exactly above the focus, exactly above the center of the earthquake is called the epicenter of the earthquake. See, the instrument with which we record the severity of an earthquake, the instrument which helps us to measure an earthquake is called seismograph, and the scale on which an earthquake is recorded is called the Richter scale. And the study of science, just like study of rocks is called geology, study of stars is called astrology, similarly the study of earthquakes is called seismology. So here we have certain number of terms. The point inside the earth from which an earthquake originates, যেখান থেকে ভূমিকম্পটা সৃষ্টি হয়, that place is called the center or focus of an earthquake. আর্থকোয়েকের সেন্টার বা ফোকাস যেখানে থাকে উইদিন দ্য আর্থ, ঠিক তার ওপরে, এক্স্যাক্টলি তার ওপরে আর্থের সারফেসে যে জায়গাটা থাকে, দ্যাট ইজ কল্ড দি এপিসেন্টার। দ্য ইনস্ট্রুমেন্ট উইথ উইচ উই মেজার অ্যান আর্থকোয়েক ইজ কল্ড seismograph. The scale that is used to measure an earthquake is called the Richter scale, and the science of study of earthquakes is called seismology. See, earthquake is a very devastating or hazardous natural phenomena. অর্থাৎ earthquake একটা প্রচণ্ড ক্ষতিকারক প্রাকৃতিক বিষয়, প্রাকৃতিক ঘটনা, because it causes great damage to life and property all around. An earthquake is a calamity. Earthquake একটা বিপর্যয় which cannot be predicted or controlled. We cannot predict when an earthquake will come, and once an earthquake comes, we cannot control it. Therefore, earthquakes often lead to violent catastrophes. That is, earthquake leads to great amount of death and destruction. In your book, one example is given. See, on May 31, 1970, in northern Peru, in South America, an earthquake caused 66,000 deaths, while 250,000 deaths were caused in China in an earthquake that occurred on July 28, 1976. Similarly, 30,000 people died in an earthquake in 2001 in Gujarat in India. So, this is the kind of devastation that is caused by earthquakes. Now, in the next part of this chapter, we are going to study about the causes of earthquake. What are the factors that lead to the development of earthquakes? See, the first cause is volcanic eruptions. Second is folding and faulting. Third is plate tectonics. Fourth is anthropogenic factors. Now come, let us discuss these one by one. See, one of the main causes of earthquake is volcanic eruptions. দেখ ভলক্যানো মানে, you know what are volcanoes? Volcanic earthquakes are caused by gas explosions. See, such earthquakes occur either simultaneously with eruption or more commonly in the period preceding an eruption. দেখ ভলক্যানো মানে কি, আর্থ ক্রাস্টের নিচে যে ম্যান্টেল আছে, ওই ম্যান্টেল থেকে কি হয়, ম্যাগমা আস্তে আস্তে এই ক্রাস্টের মধ্যে দেয়ার আর সাম ফল্টস, এই ম্যাগমাটা ওই ফল্টগুলোর মধ্যে থেকে উঠে, where there is a weak point in the earth's crust, what the magma does, it flows upwards through that and then bursts out onto the surface of the earth. Now when this happens, along with the magma there is gas and other things which also comes out. So you know, when the magma comes out in great force through a volcano, it leads to the formation of seismic waves or earthquake waves. As a result of volcanic explosion, যে আর্থকুয়েকগুলো হয়, সে আর্থকুয়েকগুলো হয়, you know, when the volcanic explosion is taking place, যখন ভলক্যানোটা এক্সপ্লোড করছে তখনও এই আর্থকুয়েকগুলো হতে পারে, অথবা যখন ভলক্যানোটা এক্সপ্লোড করার আগে ম্যাগমা ম্যান্টেল থেকে ম্যাগমাটা আস্তে আস্তে আর্থের ক্রাস্টের ভেতর থেকে রাইজ করছে, ওই সময়ও the earthquake may take place even at that time. See, if we talk about examples, there is a volcano called Krakatoa which is in the Indonesian islands. It is between Sumatra and Java islands of Indonesia. There such an earthquake took place where, you know, caused such a severe earthquake that its impact was experienced at Cape Horn 12,800 kilometer away. তাহলে এই যে সুমাত্রা আর জাভা আইল্যান্ডের মধ্যে যে ক্রাকাটোয়া ভলক্যানো, এই ভলক্যানোটা যখন বার্স্ট করেছিল, it released such great amount of seismic shocks that its effect was felt at a place called Cape Horn, which was 12,800 kilometer away. The Krakatoa earthquake generated, এবং এই ক্রাকাটোয়া আর্থকুয়েকটার ফলে what happened, পৃথিবীর সমুদ্রের নিচে it generated tsunami waves. This we'll discuss a little bit later. And the waves generated by this earthquake were 30 to 40 meters high, and it killed about 36,000 people in the coastal areas. And the ash that came out of this volcano, it reached very high up in the atmosphere till the mesosphere, and so great was the sound of the blast that it was heard even in central Australia and Philippines, some 4,800 kilometers away. So this kind of volcanic eruptions are very hazardous, not only because lava comes out and covers vast region around the volcano, but also because they lead to violent earthquakes. So volcanic eruptions is one of the major causes of earthquakes. Now we come to the next cause of earthquake, which is called folding and faulting. Now what is this folding and faulting? See, the earth, the second layer of the earth is the mantle. On the mantle you have the crust of the earth. Now look at the picture that is given on page number, on your second page of this chapter, figure 8.3. A world map is given here, and you see that there are certain black lines on the map. Now what are these black lines? See, these black lines are actually cracks on the crust of the earth. So the crust of the earth is not one single hole. The crust of the earth is not a single piece. It has many cracks, so it is actually different pieces which exist side by side. Now below the crust you have the mantle, so you can say that the crust is floating on the mantle, and the mantle is in a molten state. Mantle means magma. It is in a floating state. Now what happens in the mantle এর মধ্যে কি হয়, দেখ ম্যান্টেলের যে আপার পার্টটা সেটার টেম্পারেচার একটু কম, আর ম্যান্টেলের নিচের পার্টে যে ম্যাগমা থাকে সেটার টেম্পারেচারটা বেশি। তো সবসময় কি হয়, ম্যান্টেলের যে নিচের দিকের ম্যাগমাটা উইচ ইজ ওয়ার্মার, এটা ওয়ার্মার বলে দিস ইজ লাইটার। সুতরাং এই ম্যাগমাটা ওপরের দিকে আসতে থাকে, আর ম্যান্টেলের ওপরের দিকের ম্যাগমাটা যেটা ঠান্ডা বলে দ্যাট ইজ হেভিয়ার, ওটা নিচের দিকে আসতে থাকে। সো কন্টিনিউয়াসলি দেয়ার ইজ আ সার্কুলার মুভমেন্ট অফ ম্যাগমা ইন দ্য ম্যান্টেল। নাও বিকজ দেয়ার ইজ দিস মুভমেন্ট ইন দ্য ম্যাগমা ইন দ্য ম্যান্টেল, এই ম্যাগমার ওপরে, এই ম্যান্টেলের ওপরে যে কন্টিনেন্টাল প্লেটটা ফ্লোট করছে, দেখ নিচে যদি জল থাকে, জলের ওপর যদি আমি একটা কাগজের নৌকা বানিয়ে ভাসিয়ে দিই, নিচের জলটা যদি মুভ করে, ওই কাগজের নৌকাটাও কী করবে, ইট উইল অলসো মুভ অ্যালং উইথ দ্য ওয়াটার। সিমিলারলি ম্যান্টেলে যে মোল্টেন ম্যাগমাটা আছে, বিকজ দ্যাট মোল্টেন ম্যাগমা ইজ অলওয়েজ ইন মোশন, তাই জন্য ম্যান্টেলের ওপরে যে ক্রাস্ট আছে, সে ক্রাস্টটা, বিকজ দ্য ক্রাস্ট ইজ ডিভাইডেড ইন্টু মেনি পার্টস, many pieces, those pieces also are in movement. Now when those pieces are in movement, you know, these lines of fracture, এই যে কালো লাইনগুলো which are fractures or cracks in the earth's crust, এইগুলোকে বলা হয় fault. These are called faults. Now because of these faults, what happens? Sometimes two plates, these are called tectonic plates, sometimes two plates come towards each other. So that when there is a oceanic plate and a land plate that comes and strikes against each other, what happens is that, see, oceanic plate mane, the oceanic plate is mostly made up of sedimentary rocks and it is lighter, and the land plate is heavier. So when the land plate and oceanic plate strikes, the land plate sinks, the oceanic plate rises. And under the impact of the crash, the sedimentary rock gets folded up like this, and the land plate goes downwards, and the sedimentary and the oceanic plate, it climbs up like this, and the folded sedimentary rock layers, they form mountains. These are called fold mountains. This is folding, and these are fold mountains. For example, the Himalayas, the Alps, the Andes, the Rockies, these are all fold mountains that were formed because an oceanic plate of the crust and a land plate, they collapsed against each other. So when this kind of faulting takes place, when two continental plates hit against each other and faulting take place, under the impact, seismic waves are produced which lead to the formation of earthquakes. Second is the theory of plate tectonics. Just as I told you, again we come back to this same thing. See, as I told you, these plates are always in motion because the mantle on which, the magma on which they are floating is in motion. Now because of the motion of these plates, there are three kinds of things that happen. One is two plates can come and hit each other. This is called convergent plates. Two plates may move away from each other. This is called divergent plate. Or two plates may slide past each other like this. So these are the three kind of movements that take place because of the movement of the magma beneath the crust. Now see, the crust of the earth is made up of a series of movable plates, as I told you. These plates move and slide over each other, and their edges produce faults along the line of weakness. Now where the plates are little bit weak, there the plates begin to move along each other, or they begin to climb above each other. When there is a movement of plates, when a movement of plates is there, this leads to the formation of seismic waves and earthquakes. Most of the earthquakes that take place on the earth are caused by the movement of the plates. So they are plate tectonic earthquakes. These are called plate tectonic earthquakes. These earthquakes are very, very strong and powerful, and they occur in high risk regions of the Pacific Ring of Southeast Asia, that is Philippines and Indonesia, and northern India along plate boundaries. In India in 2001, a severe earthquake occurred in Bhuj in Gujarat because of the lowering of the Indian plate below the Asiatic plate. Let me tell you this. See, this is the Pacific Ocean. This is the Asian side of Pacific Ocean. This is the American side of Pacific Ocean. Look at this crack. There is a huge crack here. This crack. This is a crack which is very active. Continues here. See, this crack continues here. There are two things. One is this crack is very active, and second is there are a large number of volcanoes along this crack. This is called the Pacific Ring of Fire. Now this Pacific Ring of Fire is one of the regions of the earth which is the most susceptible to earthquake, because plate movement is very strong over here in the Pacific Ocean region. And look at here, this Pacific Ring of Fire extends, this is the line, it extends into the north of India and along Gujarat. Now in 2001 there was a devastating earthquake here in Gujarat, because this is the Asian plate to the north, this is the Indian plate, because the Indian plate sunk below the Asian plate. The Indian plate moved towards the Asian plate and it sunk below the Asian plate. This caused a devastating earthquake in the year 2001 in Bhuj in Gujarat. See, anthropogenic factors. Anthropogenic factors means caused by man. So there are sometimes earthquakes are caused due to human activities. For example, see, sometimes what we do, we dig the earth. Mines in the earth, sometimes we dig mines in the earth for mining activity. And to do that, what we do, we blast the rocks by using dynamites. Now when such, or sometimes we carry out underground nuclear explosions. So when such heavy explosives are used, it might lead to earthquakes of great intensity. You know, as a result of the vibration produced by these underground explosions, seismic waves can be produced, causing earthquakes. But these kind of earthquakes are not spread over a very large area, it's spread generally over a small area. As a result, you know, similarly, you know, when we construct dams and reservoirs, what happens? Behind a dam, a huge amount of water is stored. That huge amount of water exerts pressure on the earth. And the area where this dam has been built, if the dam is built over an area where the earth is structurally weak, or if the dam is built over an area where there is a fracture in this earth, it can trigger earth movement, leading to seismic waves. In fact, this kind of an earthquake took place in Maharashtra in a place called Koyna, when the Koyna Dam was being built. Next, see one example. See the example that I was talking of, the earthquake of 1931 in Greece has been attributed to the Marathon Dam construction in 1929. Similarly, the Koyna earthquake of 1967 in Satara district of Maharashtra was due to Koyna reservoir constructed in 1962. Now see, how do we measure earthquake? We measure earthquake in the Richter scale. The Richter scale was invented or devised by an eminent seismologist whose name was Charles F. Richter in 1935, and then it was modified in 1965 by Richter and his colleague Benno Gutenberg. Now this scale can be related. This scale actually measures the amount of energy released by earthquake, and when we get to know the amount of energy released by a particular earthquake, it gives us an idea about how devastating that earthquake can be. Next, see, normally if an earthquake is below 6 on the Richter scale, it is not so devastating, but an earthquake anything above 6 on the Richter scale can prove very devastating. Now see, the earthquakes have a definite distribution. Like, where on the earth can we find most of the earthquakes? Where do earthquakes on the earth generally occur? See, earthquakes generally occur in 5 belts. Number 1 is Circum-Pacific belt. Circum-Pacific belt means, see, look at this diagram on 8.4. This ring, this is on the western part of the Pacific Ocean, and it continues here, the eastern part of the Pacific Ocean. This ring is the Circum-Pacific belt. So earthquakes are the maximum along this belt. Then you have the mid-Atlantic belt, that is this one, the Mid-Atlantic belt. Next you have the mid-continental belt, that is this one. This is the mid-continental belt, and the last is interplate seismicity, that is wherever there is movement, wherever and whenever there is movement between two continental plates. Okay, now this what I have said here on the map, this has been explained in this part. You please go through this yourself. If there is a problem, the places have been mentioned here. If there is a now see what can be the effects or consequences of earthquake. This is actually very easy. You can just go through it. I'll just discuss the headings and you can read through it. It's very easy. See, because of earthquakes, tall buildings collapse, they break down. Sometimes buildings fall off from their very foundation in itself. Sometimes the buildings, they just fall off from their very foundation itself. If we go to mountainous region, especially in areas of new fold mountains like the Himalayas, Andes, Alps, Rockies, etc., these mountains comprise of loose soil and rocks. So whenever there is a devastating earthquake in these regions, there landslides are caused. Huge landslides are caused which kill human beings, destroy human habitation and destroy the transport system. Sometimes what happens, earthquakes also cause devastating fire. How? Because of earthquakes, inflammable substances, that is substances that may get burnt, they may be thrown in, they may fall into a fire. And this, or sometimes there are pipelines to supply gas. These pipelines can get broken and the gas leaks and catches fire. Apart from that, the ground surface, sometimes the earth may rise up, somewhere the earth may go down. There is change on the earth's surface. Human buildings, railway lines, bridges, dams can be destroyed. Large number of human lives may be lost, animals may die. There may be floods and landslides, etc., because of earthquakes. Now see, loss of property. This is again loss of property, loss of human lives. This please go through it. It is not very difficult. You please read this. This is nothing to be explained. Sometimes what happens because of earthquakes, a dam on a river may break or crack. Sometimes what happens, on the side of the river, a dam that we put, that dam may crack and water may suddenly flow out, causing sudden floods. Now this part is very important, that is tsunami. What happens in a tsunami? See, under the ocean, sometimes what happens, there may be a crack between two plates under the ocean. When there is a movement of the two plates under the ocean, sometimes what happens, one of the plates sinks down or one of the plates go up, one plate go under another. When this kind of plate movement takes place under the ocean, a huge energy, that is earthquake, takes place under the ocean. A huge energy is released. As a release of this energy, very tall waves, 30 to 40 meter high waves are caused in the ocean. And this wave travels outward from the point of the earthquake. It travels all around outwards they travel outward at a very rapid rate. And when these waves reach coastal regions, they submerge the coastal regions, causing great destruction in the coastal areas, killing people, destroying buildings, destroying agricultural land, uprooting trees. So great loss is caused by these waves. These waves are called tsunamis, and the Pacific Ocean is a region where tsunamis occur very often. Further, see, under the effect of an earthquake, a part of the ground may subside, that is go down, or the part of a ground may go up, or there may even be a gap formed between, there may be a gap formed in the land. For example, see, the Assam earthquake of 1897 caused a subsidence. Assam, in 1897 there was an earthquake in Assam where land went down by almost 10 meters and about over a 20 kilometer area. The Indus River Delta was deformed in the earthquake of 1819. So this is the chapter. Please go through the chapter. Again, if in any place you have any problem, please give me a call. I'll explain that part to you. Okay? Thank you.